We can't hear you yet.
How about now?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Sweet. All right, I'm going to be sharing my screen here. Let's see. Slides showing up okay?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
All right, thank you for having me today. I'm really excited to be here. I see a couple of people online who have either been ANSEP students, either a student of mine or students with me when I was in the program, some of our partners, the folks we work with. So I see a few of you may know some of this info, but if not, I'm gonna be talking about ANSEP overall, just different programming we have available within our program. All right, so talk about a little bit of the history of ANSEP, our objective, the pathway or the pipeline of ANSEP, our different components that we have, all the different age groups that we work with, and then Q&A time. So ANSEP, it does stand for the Alaska Native Science and Engineering Program. It was founded in '95, started at the university program as a scholarship program, and really it's evolved into this pipeline where we're working with students from kindergarten through PhD. We've got over 3,000 students who are participating or are alumni of the ANSEP program from communities all across the state. Our program objective is to affect systemic change in the hiring patterns of Alaska Natives in science and engineering by placing our students on a career path to leadership. So with that, here is our suite of opportunities, the different what the different components and programs may be called, and age ranges that students are required to be when participating in these programs. So really in the K through like 5th grade age range, we're really just looking to excite students, get them a hands-on experience or a small opportunity to just learn about some kind of a STEM project and STEM careers. At the middle school academy, as students are getting a little bit older, we've got a week-long stay at the UAA Anchorage campus with more in-depth projects, longer projects for students to work with our partners and different professionals out in STEM workplaces. Then for any student who has participated in this middle school academy, we have hyper-focused STEM career explorations where they can come back on campus and learn about a specific career field with some of those partners again. Then we get to the age range high school, where students are dually enrolled, taking college classes that count both towards their college degrees and towards high school diplomas. And we have programs both in the school year and through the summer with this age range. Then the year after you graduate, or the summer after you graduate high school, we have an internship opportunity, Summer Bridge, for those students who are just exiting high school and going into the university. And once students are at the university, we've got university success programs for Bachelor's of Science or BBA degrees, both at UAA and UAF campuses. And we have the opportunity for for students to, if they're interested, to come back and earn PhDs to then return to UAA as tenure track faculty. Everything up until students get into the university program is completely free of charge. We've got partners, school districts, our different government agencies that we work with to provide all of this programming to students and families at zero cost. So a little bit more in depth at some of those opportunities. So at Middle School Academy, like I said, it's really focused on exciting students getting some kind of hands-on experience. They may be working with some engineering professors or professionals out in the workforce. I have a few examples on some other slides. A big hit for students is, of course, our computer build. You can see in the bottom right corner, they get to build that and take it home at the end of their experience. So it is that week-long opportunity at UAA campus. And we are currently working with school districts across the state to host these academies. And again, they get to keep that awesome computer at the end of their time. This is just an example set of activities and maybe organizations that the students would be working with and what they do while they're here at this program. Computer build, earthquake engineering. As you can see here, in the daytime, we really focus on those hands-on STEM projects, and in the evenings, it would be something more team building or cultural activities to keep students busy all day while they're with us. And of course, they are staying at campus. We have some wings at North Hall where students are able to stay overnight. And these are the facilities at any of our Anchorage-based overnight programs that students have access to. I have our contacts. I'll send this slide set over to Dominica afterwards so that you guys can all have a little bit more time. And if you are wanting to reach out to any of us, who the best point of contact is for the different programs. So then we move into the high school age range, which we call our acceleration academies. We have a few different opportunities. We have full-time programs. In place of going to like a building high school, students would come to our acceleration academy. We're located at a few locations across the state. And students are dually enrolled, and instead of taking high school classes with like high school teachers, they're just a full-time or up to a full-time student with the university. Then we have our summer program, which is open for students all across the state to come and live at UAA Anchorage campus and take a 5-week-long college course. Our Acceleration Academy also offers some ready sessions throughout the year to help prepare students for the placement testing for our programs. So how does this work for a high school student to be successful in these college classes? So yes, they are taking college courses directly from university professors. We've got weekly community building activities to really encourage students to get to know their peers and build a strong network of friends to help support them through the experience. This here, group study sessions, we call them recitations, where students are working with their peers in their classes and learning their material, prepping for quizzes, exams. Then we have weekly lunch meetings where we've got some kind of food for them, and we bring guest presenters to talk about different career fields or opportunities in the community. We've got an orientation week to help prepare students for the full-time academies. In the summer, it's a day or two because it's a shortened experience. And then we host a full week similar to the middle school academies, where we've got our partners and professionals coming in to give students more in-depth hands-on exploration into career fields that they may be interested in. So some benefits of doing the Acceleration Academy, students, since it's free, they can save 3 years or more in college expenses. They're gonna graduate from high school and immediately, if they've been with us for the 4 years, go into degree-specific courses and not have to pay the cost. Almost all college classes count for a year of high school credits. The academic schedule, we start students at 3 college classes, and they work their way up to taking more as they're interested. And the additional support at those group study sessions really can help them manage their classes. They can earn, really the sky's the limit on what they're interested in, and how long they're attending the program. But we've had students earn close to their full bachelor's degree while participating in our program. Our application, I've linked it here. It's on our website, ansep.net, and then you'd go under our high school tab under Acceleration Academy, and then same for the summer program, but instead of one of the full times, they would select summer. And again, our contact info for the different directors at the programs across the state. Then we go into our Summer Bridge program. This would be anybody who's a current senior or planning to graduate from high school this year and go into college next fall. They would be eligible for this opportunity. So how this program works, students start out their time doing a week or two of training and orientation to prepare for the rest of their time. Because after that, they're spent out into an internship. We do have some weekly community building events to get to continue to network with their peers and create that friend group and that ANSEP cohort, so that when they go off to the university in the fall, they have got a support network. But really, the experience is all about the about 8-week long paid internship at one of our partners. And then at the end, everybody comes back to our ANSEP building in Anchorage and gets to share about their experiences. So you can see some of our example previous students where they've worked at in their internships in this program. Oil and gas industries, federal agencies. It could be, an office setting. It could be out in the field. And here we've got 95% of our students after this program go on into science or engineering degree programs. So again, similar to our high school opportunities, students would go into our website and get access to our application if they were interested in this opportunity. Then this is where the ANSEP program started at University Success. So students in undergraduate or graduate programs of STEM, business degrees would be eligible for this opportunity. It's really similar to our high school opportunities. We've got a weekly meeting where we've got presenters who may be sharing about internships, scholarships, opportunities in the community or on the campus for students to get engaged with. Students are also presenting at these about their internship experiences. That's one of the requirements to be in this program. During the summer, you got to go out and do a internship. The group study sessions are still a piece of this program, so they meet on a weekly basis to study, prepare for their classes. And again, here's some more internship examples where students go out into the field and get to do hands-on career projects. 75% of our students who've joined this program are either graduated or still currently enrolled in their degree programs. Here I've collected our University Success and our Summer Bridge contact within our organization. These two programs really mesh together because students are going from their summer after high school graduation right into the university. So these would be the folks to connect with if there's students interested in either of the opportunities here. Then we've got our own ANSEP faculty out at UAA Anchorage, Michelle Yachmanoff and Matt Calhoun, who have been ANSEP students and got their PhDs and came back and work as faculty in the engineering department. And from there, I have wrapped up my portion of sharing about ANSEP, so I can answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Carissa. We have one question from Ricky in the chat box.
BP is not an ANSEP program sponsor. We do work with Hillcorp. I think that's who, one of the companies that after BP closed in Alaska, took over some of their projects and work. How are program participants? Guess I'm not sure about the second question. Students can come from any racial background. They don't have to be of any specific culture or tribe or anything like that. And we accept students for, any racial background. Is UAA North Hall 100% dedicated to serving ANSEP students? We have been, ANSEP has been renting out the North Hall space for the last year, but there has been a little bit of there has been a housing shortage at UAA Anchorage. So this year, I think one of our floors is back to just general campus residents, but one floor goes to our middle school program and high school program through the year. And then we've got 2 floors, I believe, that are dedicated to the university students at UAA. Any other questions? We have had some folks use our space at the dorms before. You just get in contact with one of our staff and we'd connect you with the proper folks.
Thank you, thank you. Ricky, you raised your hand. Oh, no, it's not anymore.
Thank you, Carissa. Yes, I wanted to explain the rationale to my second question. I'm a former music teacher for Anchorage School District, but I was also active on the Native Advisory Committee. And I'm going to date myself here. Doreen Brown was our director at the time. And Doreen Brown said that, you know what, I sure wish we had an adequate way of properly surveying who is truly Indigenous in our district, because my adopted sister included is Indigenous, but multiracial. So my parents check multiracial. So therefore, when that happens, the funding for Title VI isn't there for those students who check multiracial. So we really wish that more families would, if they have an Indigenous student at home, instead of checking multiracial, please check Indigenous, because Title VI will receive that funding if there's Indigenous students at their schools. And Doreen Brown said there's one agency here in Anchorage who does this correct, and I don't know how they do it. It's ANSEP. So that's why that question has been tattooed in my mind, because all those years ago, Doreen Brown, that's one question that she had retired not knowing the answer to. So I'm going to continue digging for her and we'll see.
Yeah, I think since we're not specific and you don't have to select a specific box, that may be the way we're able to capture as many students from as many backgrounds. But we could connect more offline.
And Naomi has a question.
Hi, Carissa. Thanks for your presentation. I had a quick question. I think you may have already touched on this through Ricky Lynn's question, but is ANSEP going to reopen the opportunity for high school applicants from around the state to attend the full-time Acceleration Academy at UAA? I
Yeah,
think you
so
said something about the dorms, dorm room or something.
yeah, we ANSEP in the last 2 years we had an opportunity during the fall and spring semesters for students with any district and any hometown to come in, live at the campus, and attend one of our full-time or a full-time Acceleration Academy experience. This year we're closed, and I don't have a timeline on when we would be reopened to that. If students from across the state were interested in coming and doing some ANSEP programming and their high school age, the best way to participate right now would be at our summer sessions. It's something that I know our leadership team is interested, once we can work with school districts across the state to help partner to fund that opportunity. But yeah, right now, if a student doesn't come from one of our locations where we've got a high school Acceleration Academy opportunity, the summer Acceleration Academy would be the best way to participate.
Thanks, Carissa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all these questions. And Carissa, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm sure everyone around the state knows about ANSEP, but we still want to hear on a regular basis. And congratulations to Matt Calhoun, who's become the new executive director of ANSEP. Thank you for everything that you do. All right, with that,